Good afternoon everyone, it's Tom Sidney Bushnell aka Numbers. So I'm actually here in DC, so I'm here for a couple of days, and this is the White House in front of us, and there's still that fence. I think that fence is kind of the original border, so I don't know if there's less or more. It looks like maybe slightly more than there was a few months ago. Although that might be the Capitol building actually with the fence. So yeah. Anyway, there's that's the White House there. White House comes to 133, which comes to Terminator, comes to government, comes to everything actually. So when Q says we have everything, they're saying we have White House. White is 65, comes to the number 7. Comes to the number 15, comes to Sabin, as in 107, hello sir, comes to Florida, 65, and House comes to 68, which comes to Market, comes to Stock, comes to Easter, comes to Baron, as in Trump with the 2 R's, not Baron with 1 R. Baron Trump, the Ingersoll Lockwood time traveller, but both still very important, and maybe the same being. Comes to Wayne, as in the Batman, so Bruce Wayne, because Bruce Wayne comes to 117, Market Crash. Also comes to Diana Trump, comes to Jackie Kennedy, comes to Rushmore, comes to the word 30th. Yeah, so Bruce Wayne, Batman's alter ego. Batman is 51, Michael. Hello Michael, negative 48, my buddy. Comes to Great, 51. So that's the White House. So if we rotate round, you'll see the Washington Monument. So Washington Monument, Washington comes to 130, 130 comes to the Kennedys. Monument comes to 115, which comes to Jim Caviezel, comes to the Anointed. Add them together, it comes to 245. 245 comes to the Pure Love of Christ. It also comes to my full name, Thomas Sidney Bushnell. And talking of Thomas, just down there you've got the Thomas Jefferson Memorial, so I'll head down there and do another little video. Yeah, the Washington Monument, it's negative 48's got a few references for this one. Calls it the how did he say it, the dip clock, the sundial. He says that's going to come down. But it's interesting, so you've got Washington Monument, and they know the power numbers, you know, so it comes to the Pure Love of Christ as well, so it's almost like they're kind of pointing it, inverting it in people's faces. And that it's always also reminded me of a spike, so you think of the crucifixion of Christ, and the spikes, the nails in the wrists and in the palms and in the feet. That's what it reminds me of as well. So anyway, Washington DC as well. So DC, it comes to 7. You know, D is 4, C is 3. That's a 7. So that comes to 137 Washington DC, which comes to Casino Royale, comes to President JFK, and it comes to the word 17th. 17 comes to 109, which is Zapruder, which is Diana Spencer, which is Saturday. Saturday being the best day. Site Club, my channel, 109, but add TH, 28, JR, or bank, or man, takes you to 137, Casino Royale. And 107 always likes to talk about Casino Royale, so there's maybe some comms there for us. But yeah, President JFK, Casino Royale. I've said James Bond, James is 48, Bond is 35, I think 35th president, add those together. Comes to 83, negative comes to 83, Caviezel comes to 83. election comes to 83, prayer comes to 83, faithful comes to 83, and one of the numbers that negative 48 Michael's been discussing is Ring of Fire 194, September 11th 194. So this is quite a, you know, an important piece on the board. And Michael says it's going to get torn down, so we'll watch with interest on this.